Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Skyrim. As you can see, picking up exactly where we left off last time. We're going to quickly pop across the river here to grab this Nirnroot. And then head over to Embershard Mine, which is just over here. So Nirnroot, much more common in Skyrim than it was in Oblivion. And I do believe that in Oblivion there was some quest you could do with Nirnroot where this guy wanted it, and there was like exactly enough, or like 1 or 2 extra that you needed to fully complete the quest line with them, and then the reward was like barely anything, if I recall correctly. I don't even know if I did that one or not, but anyway, this will be our first like dungeon. And there's a little bit of loot in here that we will want. As you can see, they did post a lookout.
Back off.
Yeah? What are you gonna do?
You picked a bad time to get lost, friend.
Who's lost? Oh, right through the face. Oh god, that had to have hurt. Set on fire and then stabbed in the face. That was brutal. Alright. So anyway, into Embershard Mine. There's like basically 2 unique items in here that we want. We also have this cart that we can do this with. Whee! Now obviously pushing the cart would alert anybody that's up ahead, but it's also not all that worrisome. And if you look, yeah, whatever cart. You can see all these rocks up here and the tripwire to activate them. Now these traps are fairly worthless. I don't even know how much damage they do, because like the rumbling of that obviously makes you stop even if you hit the tripwire. And it is insanely easy to not be hit by them. I don't think I've ever actually been hit by one. For all I know, maybe it kills you. I mean, who knows? Oh man, they detected me, so they didn't finish their conversation. That's a shame. You would also think that my oops, that's the wrong button.
Can't wait to
Oh, in the back of the neck. Ooh, a steel sword. It's better than my sword, so I shall equip that. And in fact, since it was better than my sword, I will store both of those on you. Hero bow does 11, longbow does 6, so I'll throw that on there. Actually, come to think of it, the steel sword does 11. Oh, but I think that, yeah, that's a big sword. I guess we could also switch to axe though. I like axes. Let's go with axes. But yeah, there's 2 books in here. I want one is unique. The other one isn't. It's just useful to have. We'll pick up the pickaxe so that we can then mine the iron ores we come across it. I always carry a pickaxe and a woodcutter axe with me. I don't know why. Mining ore in this game isn't realistically the best way to do it, the best way to get crafting materials, but I still like doing it because you can also get, along with ore, you can get gems out of it as well. It's very rare. I think there's a thing you can do, but I don't remember what it is, to increase your chances of getting it. I don't think that it's get a different pickaxe. I don't think there's like a pickaxe that does it. It might just be one of the random buffs that you can get, passive buffs you can get that will also work on that. So here is the Tattered Journal. They've had me working down here for days now. It's not the time that's getting to me though, it's these tunnels. I've told them countless times now to add extra supports to the weak sections of tunnel. If only we had more of those wooden beams that were reinforced with bronze bottoms. Honestly, if I hear the earth shift one more time above my head, I'll be so stressed I may stop drinking for good. I mean, what's a Nord without his mead? So that is a book that you can only find here. As you can see, he stopped drinking for good because they collapsed on top of him. Because they never did get that. Also, these torches here, you can activate them to take the torch out or to put a torch in if you have torches on you. As you can imagine, that does make me want to light up every single torch sconce that doesn't have a torch in it, but for some reason in Skyrim it doesn't bother me nearly as much. Probably because I'd have to carry torches on me, and if it's not lit up, it's really hard to see them.
What was that?
And since I am very much in very bright light right there next to the brazier. Oh, yeah? Bite of what? Yeah, that's what I thought. Good night. That looked like it hurt, to say the least. Yeah, I don't think they have very much of a conversation after that gets open. Good God, my drink is making me really burpy. So here's the other thing that I actually cared about, which was the spell tome, Clairvoyance. And the only reason I cared about that is because it's a spell tome and you can get it this early. It's not a very useful spell tome. Get the mine key. I will be picking up the keys just because. Over here, books. Shows the path to the current goal. It is absolutely worthless. You'll see some people defending it. They are idiots. Because it's like, oh, but then you don't get lost in Skyrim. But then the thing is how the fuck are you getting lost in this game? That's my question. Like, I don't understand how you get lost in this game. Gold, minor healings. God, look at that. Another, and they actually gave me another clairvoyance, so I'll use that one just to learn it. Barrel, canis root. I will eat one and take the rest. And as with most stuff that you just find in a barrel, if you shove it in your face, it's probably not going to be good. And then since we have the key, we can just unlock that. And nothing in here. I thought there was a mining thing in there, but I guess not. As you can imagine, since it's a mine that they've allowed bandits to take over, there isn't all that much mining to be done in it anymore. One other neat thing that you can do, I don't bother because I don't care enough to do it, although it does speed it up technically, is if you actually equip the pickaxe in your hand as a weapon and then swing it at the ore nodes, it will also mine them. Like I said, it does technically make it go a little bit faster, but I don't think that's... Not only that, we found their latrine. Not picking up that bucket, that's for sure.
What was that?
Also, if you really want to like min-max your damage with the flame spell, technically the best thing to do is to do it in bursts, because it uses almost no magic, as you can see, and it will set them on fire and they will burn for a little bit. Here's the other thing I wanted, or another thing that I wanted. A skill book. Once again, though not unique, so it wasn't a priority, but you can also chop some wood down here. I think there's a mining node near this guy. Maybe not.
We got ourselves a hero.
Do we now? Who is that? Me? Nah. Oh. I guess I'll go and deal. Oh, hello. Goodbye to bandit. Ow. Stop shooting me with arrows. Ow, I said stop. Aha, you missed. Ooh, he had an amethyst on him. I was watching somebody, I don't remember who, play this game, and he refused to pick up any gems, and it annoyed me every time, because he's like, I'm not going to bother picking them up because it's just like money, but there's like an extra step to gain it, and it's like, yeah, but at the same time, it's a good chunk of money, and it takes like 2 seconds to sell, and I mean, I get that because the merchants only have a limited amount of gold, a lot of times, you know, they can't really buy them all, but like, at the same time, is it really worth it to not do? I mean, it's not like it takes a lot to sell them, and I like having them because then when you have a merchant and you're selling stuff to them, most merchants will buy them. Like, there are very few merchants who won't buy gems. So when you have a merchant and you haven't gotten rid of all of their gold yet, you know, you have a couple of gems on you, you can probably get rid of the rest, or take the rest of their gold, right? I don't remember if I read a mod. See, I got a garnet out of this one. I read a mod about that gave all the merchants more money, but I don't think I downloaded that. Because it's never really been that big of a problem for me. I mean, I limit what I pick up. Like, I try not to carry around too many weapons and armor. Like, once we get to Whiterun and get Breeze home, I mean, I'll be using that to store a bunch of stuff. That, and that'll limit the amount that I carry with me. Like, then I'll get rid of this Stormcloak hero armor and whatnot, and officer clothes. So these are just little things, like when you're sneaking around, if you hit one, it'll alert the bandits. Now, obviously, because this here's the exit that we found in the last part. Now, obviously, I have nobody to detect me here, so, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, I do believe, cleared this place out. We're just going to go this way, because I don't remember where this leads to. I want to say there's a chest at the end of this. Mining, yeah, mining node and a chest. Lock chest. Oh. There we go. See, like, we already have 31 lockpicks. Like, that's how easy it is to get lockpicks in this game. It is absolutely ridiculous. Right? Got some more iron ore. We can deal with that when we get... Actually, to Whiterun, we can't deal with that in Riverwood, can we? But yeah, that there is Embershard Mine. Like I said, not a very big place, but still took us... actually, it only took us 15 minutes. We definitely could have done that last part. For some reason, I thought that it was slightly longer than that, but maybe that's when, like, you're actually trying to sneak around it. But anyway, next place we shall go to, we'll start heading... Let's see, actually, what's my weight right now? It's pretty good. We'll upgrade our stamina. I also got to figure out where the hell I'm getting this extra magic from. Because I'm reasonably certain that maybe you do get 50 extra magicka for being an elf, maybe. And yeah, we'll just increase our damage some more. Should be under effects. Oh yeah, 50 extra magicka. Okay. So yeah, that 50 magicka is permanent, which I didn't realize would still show up as green, because normally if you have one of those stats that are green, it's because it's because you're currently getting a buff to it, and normally it's like from equipment and that, not just like a permanent thing. So yeah, actually with that mine only taking us 15 minutes. We should actually be able to clear out the rest of these areas. So we're going to go take a little visit over here. What is this? Slaughterfish eggs. That means there must be some slaughterfish in the water here. Which, if you don't know what slaughterfish are, they're just basically barracudas, I think. They're piranhas. I guess they're too big to be piranhas, though. Look like barracudas a little bit. You also see these cairns a lot that are like markers for paths. Some of them lead places. Other ones seem to be just like oddly placed. But anyway, if we go... That's a weird looking tree that got uprooted. I guess it was attached to this giant rock. I guess it's probably supposed to be like chunks of dirt. But anyway, just over here, we have Anice's cabin.
I'm
and
just
Anice
a poor
herself.
old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me. It's so nice to have a visitor. I get so lonely out here. It's so nice to have a visitor.
Sure is. Harvest. Yeah, I don't need to harvest potatoes or leeks and cabbages. So anyway, if you go in there, as you can see, all that it says stealing. But we can read Song of the Alchemist, which will increase our alchemy. Taking it would constitute stealing, though. But here's the thing, right? If we look, where is it? Maybe there you go. You have a cellar here that we can unlock. So we have a little old lady out in the woods by herself, wearing some mage robes, saying how nice it is to have visitors. And then in her basement, she has alchemy ingredients and that. But we also have a letter. Helgi, dear, why do you hesitate? You can feel the power coursing in your blood. You have only to reach out and grasp it. Renounce that boy of yours and come. Come live with me in the forest. My sister will be here soon. Together we can form a proper coven and your training will truly begin. We'll take that because it's unique. Nothing else in here is unique and it would count as stolen, even though that letter also does count as stolen. I'm not overly worried about it because, you know, whatever, I don't care enough, but it is a unique item, which means I do want it. Nothing else here is unique. The Song of the Alchemist, while good, and I would like to take it because it is a skill book, you know what, we'll take it anyway. But anyway, now that we've been in her basement,
Fool. None know my secret.
she now attacks us. Because she doesn't want us to tell people that she was planning to create a witch coven with her sister and Helgi. Now, Helgi, I'm not 100% certain is in the game. As you can see, even though she's dead, all this still counts as stealing. I do believe maybe if you wait long enough or something, so yeah, okay. So normally, once you kill someone, anything that's labeled as theirs after a short period of time will then lose the steal thing on it, because obviously they no longer own it, they're dead. Unfortunately for her, I guess that's not the case. This elk must have fallen down off the cliff and taken some fall damage. Whee! Oof, I'm glad that was deep water, actually. Aha! And now I have a salmon. And I got some salmon. You can actually get salmon roe as well. But you need to catch the salmon that are here. And there's like a certain, I do believe there's also like a certain point where like you have to catch them as they're jumping up the falls, but there's a point where it will spawn the salmon roe during their jump. It's not really worth it. It is an alchemy ingredient, but it is a giant pain in the ass. So I would not consider it worth it at all. But anyway, back to Riverwood. I think that's more or less everything. I think there is another unmarked location near here, but there's like nothing there, so there's not really a point. Like there's a hunter's camp somewhere along the coast, or somewhere along the river, I do believe. And then there's another place, I think, just up in the mountains, in the hills somewhere. But yeah. So anyway, this is obviously Alvor and Sigrid's house. And because we made friends with them, we can take the iron ingots that are here. We cannot, and the steel ingots, because they're only worth 20. But we can't really take anything that's here, but that's fine. Yes, blacksmith forges, studded leather, jewelry, building materials, miscellaneous. So yeah, the shellbug helmet, still have no idea where to get that. This is for the Hearthfire DLC. You can make jewelry. The only way to get the stuff for these two are in one area, and you have to shoot birds out of the sky. But you can get free versions of them later, and obviously gold and silver jewelry. We can make leather armor, studded armor, iron armor, and banded iron armor, and hide armor, which none of it is better than what we get for free at the beginning of the game. So, I mean, whoop-de-doo. What time is it? 6 a.m. We'll just wait 2 hours so that it's daytime and everybody gets up and out. Because we need Alvor to be over here. Come on. Get up, lazy ass. He's not stuck somewhere again, is he? Well, the old lady's out. We can go and chat her up, I guess.
Nobody believes me, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
I believe you. I saw one too. Yeah, Sven's house. How was that? Oh, he was up there. So yeah, this here is the lumber mill. That's Hod. If you chop wood at any of these stations, you can sell it to him. And you can also do this. And you can make this whole thing run exactly like he does. And once you get the Hearthfire, you can actually do this at any of these locations in order to get free lumber. But let me tell you, it is not worth it. The lumber, I think, costs, I want to say 200 gold for 20 pieces of lumber. And let me tell you, that 200 gold is well spent considering how long it takes. Because, like, you can't do this quickly. Like, how long it's taking right here is exactly how long it takes. And then wait for it when they drop off. There you go, and it resets, and then you get your 2 lumber, and then once it resets, you can do another one. Then once again, that's Girder. And this is Faendal.
Did I see you talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
What's your problem with Sven?
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
You hope? You don't sound very sure.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly.
Alright, so now we can either deliver Faendal's letter to Camilla, or tell Sven about Faendal's letter. Now, here's the thing. If we talk to Sven, we get a very similar conversation, except he gives us a letter to give it to her and say that it's from Faendal. Basically, we get to decide which one of these two she dumps, even though she's not dating either of them. And no matter which one we pick, we can actually marry her ourselves. Won't be, but just saying that is technically an option.
Well, one of us has to do something.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother. Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. Alright then.
So yeah, this is what it says. I yearn to have you as my own, washing my linens and my fine blonde hair, to cook my dinner from my stove and tend to my house while I wander. Yours truly, Sven. Now, whether or not that's really what Sven would be like, also, yes, you can pickpocket someone and just not actually steal anything and they're fine.
Well, I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northwest of town.
So this is your plan, Lucan?
Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, By the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town.
So yeah, basically Faendal and Sven's quest, I feel, is kind of there just to get you in the door so that you can hear that conversation and pick up this quest.
Bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings.
You're new around here, so I'll go easy on you. But don't get on my bad side. Get me mad, and I'll prank you.
Filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else.
I was about to say that there's no trolls up there, but there's no trolls in it. Although I guess I think there can be, actually. I think I ended up going back there at some point. Or going there at some point, for whatever reason, I was like way higher level.
They only stole Lucan's golden claw.
And
I mean, we have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it.
But we work
He's a
hard
tricky
and
one.
take care of our own.
Yeah, he's a tricky one. I'm assuming he got it at around Bleak Falls Barrow, considering that all of the claws, I do believe, or at least most of them, are in the barrow where they open up the stuff. Oops.
This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
So yeah, she was going to go up there by herself until we showed up. But we're not going to go quite yet. We need to go and tell Faendal how it went. Now, in all honesty, normally, I always side with Faendal. Normally, I go and talk to Sven, get his letter, and then turn him in. And when I give her the letter, I'm like, hey, Sven told me to give this to you from Faendal.
Tell me as soon as you've given Camilla the letter. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
And now he's a follower. This is also the way to get your first follower. Whoever you side with will then follow you. And now you can obviously trade some things, train him. And now here's the thing: he can train you in archery, and then because he's a follower, you can then open up his inventory and take all the gold back. Let's see, can't run up horses I own. Get behind me. Dismiss but hang out here asleep. Dance for me. Give me some sugar. Okay.
Lead on.
Oops. Tweak options. Combat. None, general, magic spells. Bow and arrow. I don't know what ranger means. Magic use has been disabled to accommodate this style. See magic section for more options. That's fine. I don't know what the ranger style is. Hang on, let me see. I have this. I have the book, right, that explains this shit. Dialog menu. Okay. Okay. Actions. Top of the actions menu are actions directed at the specific NPC you are talking to. At the bottom of the actions menu, you'll find actions that affect all followers. Okay. Sleeping, dancing. Okay. Summoning. Stealth mode. Manage their gear. Okay. Okay. Outfit management. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, here we go. Oh, I see. I see. So now they'll level up, right? No, I'll leave that. I'll leave him as bow and arrow. He is the archery trainer, so that's fine. Compose him, info. Okay, that I think is something that I'll have to look at in between
We're
parts.
a small village, but we work hard.
But either way, he can come with us. And actually, as I think of it,
I've got your back.
um,
What do you want me to carry?
I can also take the key to Faendal's house. Now he has a hunting bow, which does 8 damage. But my Imperial bow gives him 11 damage, which means it's better. So I'll take his hunting bow away, and he won't be using that. So I'll take that. Gear, magic pose, info. Auto level up manual. Okay. So I can manually level them up or have the game automatically level them up. I think I'll just leave it at auto right now because I doubt that I'll be
I'll follow.
keeping Faendal around for too long. But while we're here and Alvor is
Take
out
what you
and about,
need, my friend. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead.
okay.
Until next time.
So we make ourselves an iron dagger.
That's
Boop.
a decent weapon you've made.
Sure is. Took me 1
May
second.
the gods watch over you. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Until
Sure
next
enough.
time.
So use the grindstone. Make a better iron dagger.
I've got your back.
Whatever you need. This
I've
looks
sharpened
good.
it.
You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Good
Okay.
day.
I've got your back.
Here, now all of the hides that we picked up, we can actually do this with. So like the wolf pelts that we got, we can make leather out of. The elk hide that we got, and horse hide, and cave bear pelt. I don't know which one he gave us though.
Iron and steel. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Aye.
Okay, so go to hide, get the helmet, boop.
I could forge you a... Huh. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Good day.
Yeah, and then same thing as the grindstone, you can improve anything that you have here. Depending on what you're improving, it needs different things. So we'll do that. But also, since we are wearing this stuff, and I don't see us changing anytime soon, we will also increase our Imperial set. And our iron gauntlets that we're wearing, because once again, I doubt that we're going to be changing that anytime soon.
You the sneaky type? You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh?
Alright, and then that is the tutorial for smithing. It's not a huge tutorial, but it does take you through everything, so. And we'll also upgrade our axe that we're using. Hopefully it upgraded the one we're using and not the other one that we're just holding. Good, we did. Okay, so.
You looking for a new blade?
What have we got for sale?
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. You can have the hunting bow and all iron arrows for no money. You got both of the daggers. The regular steel sword. Plan on keeping those, although... I mean, do I really need to? They're obviously just steel weapons with special names. I mean... Yeah, I mean, if I really care, I could always just make another set of them and just name them that, right? Now, I could get rid of some of this stuff because obviously we'll be getting more of it later, but I'll keep it. And then I don't have anything here particularly that I want to sell, so
good day.
Let's check what my thing is. 206 out of 305. Let's go talk to Lucan first.
Take a look.
Okay, so yeah, now we can sell a bunch more stuff. Do I have any books that I want to get rid of? No. I'll sell you the food. I don't know why I have them. Potions. Sell you some of this stuff that I couldn't sell the other guy. Not that any of it really has that much. I'll keep the Amulet of Talos because you need those for making stuff later. We will. Goat hide is for building stuff. I'll sell the Petty Soul Gem. I don't need the Frostbite Venom. I don't care about these because while I will be using magic, I'm not going to be relying on it enough to need those. Same with the Stamina Potion. Generally, I only keep healing potions on me. Now, the scrolls are worth quite a bit, and they only weigh 0.5, which is why I'm not selling them right away. Okay, and then the garnets weigh even less and are worth quite a bit as well. But we'll sell the ruby, the garnet, and how many amethysts can we sell? 2. Alright.
Till next time.
I guess I could have looked to see if there's anything I could buy from them, but it's very rare that I actually bother to buy stuff in this game. I'm not fuzzy, Embry. You're wasted. Anyway, on to Bleak Falls Barrow. And now, you may recall, I said that we would actually be going, that we wouldn't be getting to it this part. And here's the thing, we won't. We definitely won't be going inside until next part, but we will be getting there before then, because we do have one stop to make on the way there. There should be a wolf attacking us here right away, usually. No? Oh. Weird. Make sure Faendal's following us. Oh yeah, there it is. That looks like it's a very weird animation. Very weird. Oh, actually, I just saw the shadow. If you look, because there are birds that you can shoot down out of the sky with your arrows. Like I said before, those Bonehawk amulets, there's one area where Bonehawks spawn and fly around, and you have to shoot them out of the sky. I think you can use... I want to say that your shout is the way to do it. Also, is that a mine? Because obviously it's like more of an AoE. I guess that's not really an AoE, a cone, I guess you could say, and it makes it a lot easier to take them out or to knock them out of the sky and kill them, but it's obviously not required because you can't hunt them with your bow. It's just insanely hard to hit them. It's not even all that easy to hit them with your shout. Because I mean, just because something is easier doesn't mean it's technically that it has to be easy.
Now ain't this a surprise?
So here we have yet another bandit camp. And we leveled up again. We'll save that level up for now on the off chance that we need it. Oh, they're going after Faendal. Or they were anyway. Goodbye, Mr. Orc. Care about anything you're holding. I'm actually a little annoyed that we didn't get any Imperial bracers. Like, why not? There's also a bunch of towers like this in the game. They do mix it up a little bit sometimes with how you get to the top, including sometimes having to go to a separate tower altogether in order to make it all the way up. I feel like I'm hearing somebody. Oh yeah, there definitely is hostiles. But I don't know where they are. There's red markers. Oh, there's a fucking necromancer out here. Which will knock out the guy that she resurrected. Where the hell did you... Oh, nice, and you have a Daedra heart. Not going to eat that, surprisingly enough. Wait, 1 and 1. I'll take those. They're not unique, but... Oh, come on, there we go. It's a minor destruction. I won't bother with that. Alright. But yeah, Necromancer robes. Not unique, but... You know, they're different, I guess. They're not as easy to come by, I guess, would be the correct term. But yeah, now that we've destroyed them, we can continue following our path around here. Got little markers here, cairn markers, to show us the way. I hope this will be coming back very quickly, does it? But yeah, we'll clear out the front of Bleak Falls here and grab a couple things of loot. Ugh. Oh god. Ugh. That I know about that are out here, and then yeah, we'll save going in for the next part. Now, detected, where are they? They're there. Goodbye, you. Oh, you missed. And now you're dead. Gold. I'll eat that. Like how I just took some chicken out of a dead guy's pocket and just shoved it in. Like, yeah. Oh wow, that guy was fucking weak as shit. Faendal must have been doing some work on him. Wine, steel ingot, I'll take that. Some craft stuff. Hovering on a circlet, 2 weight for 50 gold. I would take that. Definitely take that. I also generally keep or take any like jewelry or anything like that, because once again, the weight to value ratio on them are generally pretty good. Oh my god, itchy nose. And then I don't think that there's actually too much out here. I want to say that there's like one thing that we actually need to go and get, which is up near the doors. I'm just checking these things, because I know that there's one of these places that has a chest on one of these. I don't think it's this one, but not there, not there. Over here. Nope, okay. But there should be a thing just to the left here. They're back here. Yeah, there it is. Falmer ear. I'll eat that and the torch bug. That's right, I just ate an ear. What of it? And part of a bug, but I mean, people eat bugs in real life. That's not weird. I guess technically there are people that probably eat ears in real life too, but I mean, that's weird in real life. Well, eating bugs is also weird in real life, but once again, probably not in places where, you know, bugs are like common food source, you know. I don't think there's that many places where they're common food source, but there's definitely places. So anyway, that will be it for this part. I will read up on my followers' tweaks things there and see what's up with it. Oh. And we will head into Bleak Falls Barrow next time, where we will complete our first main quest. And you might think it's got to be a side quest. Well, technically it is, but at the same time, it's also a main quest. It's one of those two birds with one stone type deals. So, that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you next time for more.